What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Basketball TV. I just want to say I appreciate the support that I've received on part 1 and part 2. Man, special shout out to my 3 subs. I don't know who you are. It doesn't tell me. I think it's because your subscriber list isn't public, but you know who you are. So special shout out. I appreciate the support, man. Hashtag road to a million. And as usual, if you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, I don't know what's going on with you. Bars. But yeah, I'm gonna post those down in the description down below if you want to look at those first. If not, hey, let's get right into the video. Man, I'm growing faster than Mr. Beast. While making my intro, I just got my 4th subscriber. Shout out to you, number 4. Appreciate the sub and the support. Little brother to the Los Angeles Lakers, the LA Clippers. Let's face it, Clipper fan or not, I'm sure we all thought by now the Clippers would at least have 1 ring. The Lob City era let us down. The Kawhi and PG era really have been disappointing. All that load management led to nothing but one disappointing season after another. After a nail-biting round 1 versus the Mavs in 2021, I'm sure Clipper fans were nervous. Luka averaged 35.7 points, 10.3 assists, and 7.9 rebounds. That's almost averaging a triple-double. He was cooking whoever guarded him. Nevertheless, the Clippers got the job done. With the second round series being tied at 2 games apiece, Kawhi was out for the rest of the series as he sustained an injury in Game 4 versus the Jazz. Paul George went back into his prime, averaging 29 points a game, 9.5 rebounds, and 4.8 assists to advance the Clippers to their first ever Western Conference Finals, making the 21 season the closest the Clippers franchise ever came to winning a championship. Meeting the Suns in the Western Conference Finals, the Suns brought all hopes to an end for the Clippers and Clipper fans. But the LA Clippers had a chance to avenge their loss as they faced the Suns in round 1 in the 2023 playoffs. But as usual, Clipper fans were faced with another disappointing end. The Suns defeated the Clippers with ease in 5 games. Granted, it was just Paul George as Kawhi was out with another injury. Nothing new. Currently sitting at the 4th seed in the West with James Harden and PJ Tucker. Hopefully they can make something happen this year. I do like the Clippers, so I hope they don't become the Cowboys of the NBA, having all that talent and looking like the best team on paper but disappointing fans every year. Honestly, we all know injuries played a huge part on the Clippers' disappointing seasons, but that's a part of sports, so we can't use that as an excuse, especially with Kawhi doing all this load management in the past years just for him to get injured anyway. What's the point? So hopefully the Clippers can stay healthy this year and we can see them as a full team in the playoffs and really get to see how far they get, but only time will tell and we'll just have to wait and see. Last but not least, the Phoenix Suns. In 1976, 93, and 2021, they actually made it to the finals but just couldn't get over that final hump. In 1993, the Suns, led by Charles Barkley, made it to the finals for the 2nd time in franchise history, losing to the bully of the 90s, Michael Jordan. In 6 games, the Bulls crushed the Suns' dreams of winning a championship, making Charles Barkley one of those greats who never won a championship. Until this day, it gets thrown back in his face how he never won a ring.
Chuck don't know what he's talking about. That's why he ain't got none of them things. I got 4 and Kenny got 2.
It took the Suns franchise almost 30 years to make another NBA Finals. Steve Nash did all he could during his era with the Suns to keep them relevant, but could never get them back to the NBA Finals. From 2011 all the way until 2020, the Suns missed the playoffs as they were still trying to rebuild. This was the moment Devin Booker knew the Suns were back.
I think I got my swagger back.
In 2021, Chris Paul showed he still had life in his career, and with Devin Booker, they finished 51-21 on their way to the finals, defeating the Lakers in 6, pulling out the broom on the Nuggets, and defeating the Clippers in 6 games, meeting Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks in the NBA Finals. I don't think anyone had these 2 teams going to the finals, but here we are. As the Suns gave all their fans false hope going up 2 games to nothing, everything was looking good for CP3 CP3 and the Suns. And then the Greek Freak got his freak on, averaging 35 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. Years before, teams followed the plan of Donald Trump, but for some reason, the Suns decided to be stubborn and do it their own way, and it definitely backfired, as the Bucks won the next 4 games, beating the Suns in 6 games and making CP3 look like one of those NBA greats who will never win a ring. But they came back the next season with an amazing record of 64 wins and only 18 losses. The Suns looked dangerous. No way they don't make it back to the finals this year and possibly get it done. Fast forward to the playoffs, the Pelicans took the Suns to a competitive 6 games, even without Zion. Some may say if Zion was playing, the Suns would have got eliminated that first round. But the Suns got the job done and met the Mavs in round 2, again going up 2-0. But Luka turned into a one-man army, averaging 32.6 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 7 assists. Then the Suns went up 3-2, only needing one more game to finish the job. But they proceed to lose Game 6 in Dallas. But Suns fans were confident because Game 7 was back at home. Even after losing Game 6, it felt like the Suns still had all the momentum because they were bringing Game 7 back to Phoenix. But Luka had other plans. Probably the most embarrassing Game 7 loss at home in NBA history. Behind Luka's amazing 35 points, 10 rebounds, the Mavs proceeded to completely destroy the Suns by 33 points. I don't know what's crazier, the Suns losing at home in a Game 7 by 33 points, or Luka shooting 63% from the field and 54% from 3. Also 100% from the line, just as icing on the cake. Even in 2023, after adding Kevin Durant, they got eliminated by the Nuggets in 6 games. Again, with a blowout elimination game as they lost in Game 6 by 25 points. Hopefully they can actually make something shake this year. I mean, they should, with a big 3 of Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal. But if recent years told us anything about the modern NBA, it's that these overstacked super teams do not work. I don't know what it is, but they have failed in recent history. But I guess only time will tell. Well, as my conclusion and in my own opinion, out of all of these franchises that are yet to win a championship, I feel like the Suns and the Clippers are most likely to win one first, just due to the fact of their current rosters, and LA and Phoenix have always been a popular destination for free agents. So even if they don't have high draft picks to build their team up through the draft, they'll always attract big name free agents just because of where their teams are located. And on the opposite end, the franchise that I feel have the least chance of winning is the Charlotte Hornets. Like, they're just, I don't know. I don't see much promise in them. Sorry to all the Hornet fans, not trying to diss your team, but come on, let's be real. Do you even see your team winning anytime soon? Like, if I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments, but I just don't see it. And yes, this is coming from a Pistons fan, and I know the Hornets are currently higher than the Pistons, but like I said early in the video, we got 3 championships. But, you know, hopefully you guys can pull through maybe in the next 50 years. But anyway, let me know down in the comments who you all think have the highest or the lowest chance of winning their first championship for their franchise. And thank you for all of the support. Thank you for watching, and until next time.